Good day or good night to all of my fellow classmates and my professor. The topic today is YouTube licensing. And throughout my readings, I saw something interesting at the end. It's the conclusion. Actually, I would like to quote it. With hundreds of hours of audio, video, and other forms of rich content being uploaded every day by amateur creators to websites such as YouTube, Ultimate Guitar, and other services. Much of it incorporating copyrighted content of others without permission. A new licensing paradigm is bound to emerge. Google's YouTube is trying to address these issues with innovative technology and agreements with content owners, but it is not yet clear whether technology or private agreements alone will solve the problem, with Congress beginning to enact legislative solutions for the music industry, such as the Music Modernization Act of 2018. Perhaps similar solutions of user-generated content will not be far behind. This is page 1111. I thought this was so interesting because out of all the years of using YouTube, you start to see the strategic mindset behind it all. Reason why ads are placed here, reason why there's, after you pass one ad, you go directly to another one, why one ad is longer than the other, why it's so much strategy behind it. And this really resonated with me because as being a YouTuber, I've kind of not frequently, but I've posted things without the permission of the whole legal copyright. And I think one of the problems is that YouTube realize that the majority of their audiences are not some kind of copyright lawyer. So they realize that if their audience is really unknowledgeable about those type of things, and then you put all these rules out here, guess what you're going to do? You're going to end up turning off your business. So I feel like they're trying to get away, or I'll say get around, of actually doing it, because a lot of people now have actually smartened up and they know what they're doing is wrong. I mean, in terms of, using things without permission, and YouTube is really trying to crack down on that. It's understandable for when a business first starts to where it ends. Now, throughout my readings, what sparked my interest was the free ad service readings. Now, what is free ad service? Free classified ad sites allow you to not only sell beyond your direct marketing efforts, but also to get traffic back onto your company website and to go to your physical business location. Plus, modern advertising sites are great assets for business owners with various needs, enabling you to list products and services, so Google says. This is big. Free ad services are mainly meant for a certain level of YouTubers. This is more of in line with the average kind of people, the amateurs, the people who are pretty much, it's like just now kind of getting started into this whole YouTubing game. Must be used for a certain level of people. For example, with commercial sound recording. YouTube defines a commercial sound recording as a user video that embodies at least one commercially released or distributed master recording that has been delivered to Google by a label or a label's authorized agent or representative of a published composition. A person appearing in a video, lip syncing, the words to the song while the original commercially released version of the song is heard. For users with a commercial sound recording, the label will receive its pro rata share of free ad service, 30% of the net ad revenues. This rate could be negotiable, this 30%. But labels shouldn't expect YouTube to offer more than 40%, because there are rules in this particular system. And you can see between the differences between free ad service and even premium. YouTube sound recording license with labels. The publishing agreement distinguishes between streams and YouTube's free ad-based service and those of the premium subscription service. There's differences between these two, and it's representing the different levels of YouTubers that there are. Maybe if you're a higher level, you have to deal with premium things. If you're if you're of a lower level, you have to deal with the free ad service line of things. Know your level so you can be able to make some type of profit of understanding compared to anything else. Now, there are different kinds of licenses. That's not the main point of what I want to hit here. I want to hit that the services go under the licenses. As in, if you choose a certain license, you have to deal with certain service. Say, for example, if you wanted to go with the direct license, in between we could have these options. Free ad service. This means 10% of net ad revenue depending upon the publisher's bargaining leverage. Now let's see about the premium subscription service. 10% of net subscriptions revenue subject to a royalty minimum. Now, the difference is that publishers with bargaining leverage or premium content providers may negotiate this rate up to 15%. 10 going up to 15% is not bad considering what we're talking about here. Now, what they're talking about in particularly is when YouTube defines user cover video as a user's video that incorporates a sound recording that is owned or controlled by the user. I'll repeat that again. A user video that incorporates a sound recording that is owned or controlled by the user, but which embodies a public composition. For user cover videos, the publisher will receive from YouTube's a pro rata share of 50%. This is a free ad service as well. Now, this 50% comes from all net revenues. This was made for YouTube to make a kind of deal with the user based upon what is sometimes can be referred to as a web claim made by said user. And that's requesting to be paid for the original contributions of the video, But the difference is as well is that 50% can be used in the premium subscription service as well. That's the main point I really wanted to hit here in this presentation was the differences in between the services under whichever license they may be. Free service ad revenue is basically net ad revenue attributable to the free service. In the book, in the reading, it states, the term free service is defined as the free to the consumer portion of Google services, which is ad supported as of the effective date and which may include on-demand streams of the various music content sets types set forth. Heron and conditional downloads of the same. The free service does not include the premium service or free trials. There's different levels to this strategy that YouTube's have placed. I believe personally, YouTube makes the free service for people to kind of get into the door once they kind of get themselves established. Then all of a sudden we can start going up to the premium subscription services. And my question is, how do you feel about the different levels of YouTube licensing? Free ad service versus the premium subscription. Should there be any changes? Is it fair? What's wrong with this system? How do you feel about it?